All right, welcome everyone. My name is Eric. Welcome to tonight's info session from Neotech Academy. Well, we're going to be discussing something that is a little different than what we have done in the past. We normally have a session every once in a while on software testing, just software testing in and of itself, quality assurance, but this is different because this is a new program, a new boot camp that we are starting up. It's going to be beginning very soon here, as you can see on your screen, the 26th of October. That is right around the corner. That's 3 days away. And this really addresses a demand that a lot of our students, our graduates, have asked for because a big concern people have is that AI is going to be taking over my job, maybe, Everybody's concerned about this. So, could AI take over your job? I don't know, maybe. But the more you know about AI, the better off you're going to be. Let's just put it that way. So, we're going to talk about how we can integrate this into our current job, current position to, maybe become more efficient. And I think the name of the game really is making more money. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I'm sure a lot of you would agree with that. If you can add a skill set, add another arrow to your quiver, so to speak, thereby making you more money, hey, it might be worth it. Might be worth investigating. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to have our lead instructor. His name is Malik. He's going to come on here in just about 5 minutes or so. He's going to tell you a little bit more about the curriculum. And then what's going to happen is after I go through my introduction here, I'll come back on and I'm going to go through the tuition, the money back guarantee, all that good stuff. And I think you're going to see that we've made this extremely inexpensive. I mean, extremely inexpensive, where pretty much anybody could get involved with this and up their game, so to speak, up their career, so to speak. But we'll get into all that in just a couple minutes, all right? But let's just go ahead and start to dive into this. All right, there we go. So here at Neotech, we're a market driven school, and I was alluding to this earlier, how this is big demand now from not only the world as we can see AI, but especially from our own student base. And AI is all around us, and we know because we are market driven the importance in keeping up with the latest trends and the latest changes in the marketplace. Because I'm sure all of you would agree that AI is changing the world, and every company has allocated a lot of money for it. Companies are actively hiring, just like it says right here. Companies are actively hiring testers who can leverage AI powered tools. So that's where we come in to train you on this so that you can take advantage of this. And imagine having a leg up on the competition in the workforce. It's a very competitive job market. I would submit to you that you'll be considered for advancement potentially before others due to your new skill set. This could potentially open all kinds of doors for you. So that's really how you want to look at this. Now, you don't need to have an AI background. I mean, this is why you're getting involved with our boot camp, but you do have to have software knowledge. Now, if you are a current, student, you've gone through our program already, then you know that we always like to say, to become a software tester in and of itself, doesn't matter what your background is, degree, situation, or anything like that. This, however, is a little bit different. There is a little nuance here because you do have to have a software testing background. You have to have that knowledge, okay? So, what our program does is it takes your current expertise, teaches you from the ground up, and prepares you for this current and really future job market. So again, just to be clear, you don't need prior AI experience. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Only prior software testing experience. Everybody got that? So this is it's going to allow you to stand out amongst the crowd, like I was alluding to a moment ago. Now, how are we going to administer this boot camp? Well, the same way that we're doing right now, in the same way that we've done our software testing boot camp for years. And we have alumni that are all over the world, literally. We have a 4-week accelerated boot camp, and it's designed to get you job ready fast. And the way it's going to work is it's going to come through on Zoom just like this. If you already have a job and you can't make the hours, the days and the hours, And it's not really that many hours in a week. I think we'll talk about that in a few minutes, and we'll go through what days they are in just a few minutes as well. But if you can't make the sessions live, don't worry about that because they're going to be recorded and you can watch them when you can watch them. Okay. So the idea here is you want to future proof your QA career with AI. Global companies are hiring AI powered testers all around the world, whether it's Europe, whether it's Asia, of course, obviously here in the US. And here's the thing, they are not only in high demand, but they're also experiencing a salary increase, like I was mentioning a moment ago. So not only if you've got that, so you want to have that software testing background, but on top of that, why do you even want to do this? Well, a big reason why is that potential salary increase. Now, for those of you who aren't too familiar with this, because maybe a couple of you, haven't taken one of our courses before, just to throw this out there, some added credibility on our part, 2023 course report, which is very well respected in our industry, rated us as the best QA testing boot camp, as well as in 2024. Career Karma also rated us as best software testing boot camp for 2024. So again, this is AI for software testing. It's going to start in just a few days. We have a special discount. It's already at a low price as it is. And I'll go through that with you in just a few minutes after our lead instructor, Malik, tells you a little bit more about the program itself. It's a 4-week accelerated course. You can do it. I know you can. And you're going to get hands-on experience with end-to-end projects. Okay. And the end result winds up being potentially a pretty big salary increase. In some cases, 20 to 40% more than what you're currently making. Can't guarantee that, but I'm just saying that's the average for the potential increase. So here's what I want to do. I want to bring on our lead instructor. Again, his name is Malik, and he is going to tell you a little bit about himself, also go through the program a little bit more in detail, and then I'll come back on in just a few minutes after that, go through the tuition, money back guarantee, and the special discount that we have available as well. All right. So, Malik, you want to go ahead and take it over, my friend? I'm going to stop sharing here.
Sure. Thank you very much, Eric. Share my screen. Hello, guys, and welcome to this session on the AI for automation testing. And my name is Malik, and I am the lead instructor of this boot camp. So basically, I'll walk you through the syllabus, but before that, let me give you a brief on myself to know who is going to teach this boot camp and to have an idea on the background that I have and how I fit to this role. Basically, I'm one of the technical instructors at Neotech Academy. I've been with Neotech for approximately 2 years now, and I have experience in both academy and industry. Currently, I'm holding a validation manager job where I closely work with QA and validation documentation. I'm experienced in testing documentation and quality assurance, as well as validation and documentation. And I'm extremely interested in AI tools and applications, extensions, etc. So the design of this bootcamp didn't come out of chance. So we worked on it quite a lot, and we customized the tools and the applications, AI applications that fit the purpose of testing to actually provide a career-focused syllabus. So the syllabus that we are going through, as you see on the screen, would cover every part of the testing life cycle of a software. So for the software testing life cycle, we have different tools, AI tools, extensions, and could be graphical user interface or extensions that work with prompt or dependencies that can be added to the project, etc., to cover a certain aspect of the life cycle of the testing process itself. So why would we need to do that? I mean, what would justify the idea of having those tools added to the syllabus? First of all, we must have witnessed or passed or gone through this as testers, either through the boot camp, if you took a boot camp, or if you are recruited or you did this job before, is the coding complexity. When you code, it takes time to write complete code, to create a complete framework, and when you want to work on improvement of the code itself or the covering a new feature, etc., takes time. It takes really time. And also the maintenance of the code itself when there is a change or the coverage of the code itself to all features and all aspects isn't that easy. It requires initial manual testing, and then it requires quite a bit of a maintenance that you need to have periodically whenever there is a feature or there is a change. And also, not only that, the maintenance, not only the maintenance, the coverage itself, like the bug detection and similar issues that we have with traditional automation frameworks that we will learn or we work on, tend to have a lot of issues. So we do have AI integrated in our bootcamp to cover these aspects, to lower the complexity of coding, and to allow us to generate entire frameworks with prompts and enhanced extensions that we add to our IDE. And not only that, we have also tools that help us formulate, create test checks and test cases for test checks, and also tools that can help in proof check of the regression based on either the graphical check or the visual content, also based on the healing of locators. So if you have like a certain issue with locating the elements and you are afraid of those that break your code, and you would not be willing to spend time on fixing those and working on the maintenance of those. So AI would solve this for you. So we have tools to cover that one as well. I will not go over these tools one by one because there are plenty, and just for you to know that we will focus on open source software tools that would not cost you a penny. And even for those tools that would be not free or open source, we will try to use the freemium version and explain to you the idea and show you the alternative of these tools, and then you will decide on that. Not only this, we will also give you the opportunity to develop your own local settings where the companies or whatever recruiter that you may think about, they may not have much of hesitation regarding local installment of AI agents or AI settings. Usually companies hesitate when you chat with like a bot that's something connected to a server, and they feel afraid of the privacy of the information, etc. But for local hosting would be quite acceptable from different perspectives. So that one, we will also work on that one during our bootcamp and within the syllabus. So how will we conduct this? So we will have an introduction, just general introduction on the course, where we will explain the concept of AI and how we reached to where we are today, and how AI itself fits in the software testing life cycle. We will address all stages and see where the gaps are and justify the need for AI and see how AI tools fit in there and what they offer us, and then work on user interface components and how we can work on tests and automate tests with AI for those specifically. And once those are already addressed, we will work on complete framework or frameworks, not necessarily one. We could customize multiple or many, as long as AI tools and extensions will help us to create those from scratch. It will be just a matter of a few minutes to maybe have an hour maximum to create a complex framework, so we can do it either at home or as homework or etc. So it will not be a problem. We could create several frameworks and work on them from different aspects. And also, not to forget that it is not just a front end testing process or automation. We will include AI to test databases and application programming interfaces, and we will have proper tools, AI tools to fit in there. Also, we included in the bootcamp performance and load testing, and we have suitable AI tools for that to fit in there as well. We will include those in our frameworks or the frameworks that we will be working on. And just for you to know, guys, this is not theoretical. We will have hands-on. So we will focus on the practical knowledge more than the theoretical knowledge. And as I said, this is more of like just the practical case studies that we will work on with every class. So there will be like several examples, real live cases that you would work on. And as a bonus, we will have AI for mobile testing. So we will include some AI agents or AI tools or extensions that fit mobile testing. And we will include that one either with the frameworks that we have worked on, or we would create a separate framework for it, whatever would fit our scope. So we will be flexible on that. And the best part would be actually the final project that we will have, the capstone project that we will conclude in the last week, where you guys will be given instructions to work on every type of tool and discipline that you learned throughout the bootcamp, the first 3 weeks, to integrate all of those and create your own framework that fits AI in every aspect of the testing life cycle. And you will have the opportunity to present this framework later on, like not just presenting a traditional automation testing framework. No, it will be AI augmented framework where you worked really on it, and that one will be more efficient, less time consuming, more accurate, and etc. So all the privileges and advantages of AI would be included in that framework, and it will give you the skills that you send out in any competition on the market. So in terms of the tools that we will be discussing, as I said, we will have like different types of tools and AI tools that integrate with the tools that we use. I'm not going to go over them, but let me tell you that we will use like an integrated development environment that will have the traditional automation testing tools or frameworks that we require, for example, Selenium and TestNG and Cucumber, and then we will integrate with those AI tools and extensions. Please do not be intimidated by the amount or the number of tools that we have. Those will be addressed one by one. We will have hands-on on them. We will even give you like alternatives of those and how you can use them and how you can customize them. So you will have like an idea on the stream of the tools that you'll be using and how you'll be using them. And you could possibly replace certain of these tools with their alternatives for some reason, either for privacy concerns or for accuracy concerns, or maybe it could be like speed concerns. So you'll have the option to go over those and choose later on and have like multiple options that you can present and use, or maybe you can convince your recruiter, or maybe you will be convincing the company that would like to recruit you with the tools that you will learn. Okay, in terms of the schedule, we will have 3 days per week and 3 hours every one of these days. So we will have evening time EST on Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So only this for the evening time EST on Wednesday, 3 hours. And again, on Saturday and Sunday, 3 hours, but it will be around the midday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST. Again, on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST. So this is the schedule, and I will invite Eric back again to address the rest of the presentation.
All right. Thanks, Malik.
You are.
And let's get over to where we need to be. All right. So you should see my screen now where it says where we have Glassdoor up there. So being a software engineer, quality assurance engineer, software tester, you're looking at salaries, as a lot of you already know, somewhere between that 80 to 130,000 range. This is off of Glassdoor. So imagine that you are adding another 20 to 40,000 to that potentially. Potentially. That's with this new skill set that you've got. And people who are concerned about losing their job, being replaced by AI, this is the answer. This is the solution. And that's why we're here tonight. And a lot of our alumni around the world have been hired by various companies out there. So if you haven't been involved with us before, like with our software testing program, just know that we have alumni that have been to all these places, worked all of these places, Amazon, CVS, United Airlines, Bank of America, Cisco. You see the names up here, plus a host of others, really a multitude of others. And so we've got this strong alumni network with a lot of credibility behind that because we don't just, here's the thing, we don't just give you a PowerPoint presentation and that's it, but we actually, we don't just show you what to do, or I should say, we don't just tell you what to do, but we show you what to do. And then we have you actually do it, and we let you know if you're doing it correctly. And I don't know about you, but that's how I learn. For me, it's hard for people just to, if something's more complex, it's hard for me just to be told what to do and that's it. You really got to show me what to do. Then let me do it, and let me know if I'm doing it correctly. And then that's really how we operate. And there's a name for that. It's called experiential training, and we're big believers in that here at Neotech. But let's run through the tuition. That's the part that I'm sure you guys want to know about. So the regular tuition, and this is not what you're going to be, paying tonight, but the regular tuition is $1,199. Now we're going to take off 200 from that for this first cohort. So the regular tuition, that's where it's going to be at $11.99 for you guys who are just starting out at our brand new boot camp that Malik just went through. You're looking at, 3 days from now, 200 off. And then on top of that, this is going to be good until tomorrow, an early bird discount of an additional $100 off. So what does that mean? That brings it down to roughly 900, 899. But even then, we'll divide that up for you. So we'll do everything we can to help out. So you can pay in two installments, 449 at the beginning of the boot camp and then 450 during the boot camp. All right. So we're making this as accessible as possible. And think about this for a second. Think about the risk to the potential reward. Look at it like that, guys. That's how I like to look at a lot of things. Your risk here is roughly $900. So you're risking $900 to see if potentially you can add, let's just go with the lower end, to potentially add another 20,000 to your existing salary year after year after year. Think about that for a second. That's one way to look at it. So again, if you're an alumnus already, you already know what we're all about. You know that we're here, we keep our word, and we're here to help you out. And we can bring that tuition even lower. I mean, it's already low enough as it is. Then you got the early bird discount expiring tomorrow. But if you are referred by someone, let us know when you reach out to us, and we can bring the tuition down even further. If you're going to be signing up in groups, let us know, and we can help you out even further with an additional discount. Big question that people have is, what if I change my mind later? Well, there's no deposit, there's no application fee. You don't pay anything until the boot camp actually kicks off. You start paying when the classes begin, not before, and you can cancel for free anytime until the boot camp actually starts. We also give you the 7-day money back guarantee. So think about this. We're already making this again easily accessible, I would argue, for almost anyone who's got a software testing background already, but they want to add this to their resume to make even more money potentially. You have nothing to risk here because you can be in the program in the boot camp for 7 days. That's a quarter of it. It's 4 weeks long. You can go through 1 week, and if you decide no questions asked, hey, it's not for me. I don't think AI is the wave of the future. I don't know why you would think that, but if that's your conclusion, that's fine. 100% refund if you decide to leave until you complete your first week. To learn more about the boot camp, just simply reach out to us. Go to neotechacademy.com. You can also book a call with our admissions team, neotech.live/call. Not ready to call? Simply go to neotechacademy.com/apply. But secure your spot now. That's key because we're starting up on the 26th. This Thursday night is where we are right now, US, East Coast. We are at getting close to 8:30 p.m. East Coast time. And just a few days away from the boot camp actually beginning. So don't procrastinate. Just get it done. Add this, get this knowledge, get this skill set, add it to your resume, make more money. That's what it's all about. Email us for any questions. Go to team@neotechacademy.com. You can schedule a phone call if you want to do it that way. If you can't really talk right now, you can schedule one, neotech.live/call, or call us directly at 929-566-3919. So what I'm going to do is finally here, I'm going to bring Malik back on, and what we'll do is we'll go through a couple of final questions here. And I think Malik did a very good job explaining everything. So you might not even have any questions. But if you do, we'll field those for you. And if we don't really have any, then in the next minute, then we'll go ahead and we'll call it a night here and just say take advantage of the discount, take advantage of the early bird discount especially. You got 24 hours on that. It's an added incentive for you to get this done, to be the first in our new boot camp led by the very capable Malik as your instructor. Reach out to us and we'll discuss that with you, Nirmal, as far as placement opportunities. Yeah, that's a question for admissions. Reach out to us on that, and we'll elaborate on how that works. All right. I'm gonna say going once, going twice. Okay, guys. Well, I would just say congratulations to those of you who are moving forward with this. And I know some people like to think about it. Don't think for too long, though, because you want to take advantage of that early bird discount expiring tomorrow. But if you want to sleep on it, then let us know. That's fine. Just be sure to reach out no later than tomorrow. You see the contact information up here on the screen. Keep in mind, of course, also, if you want to do it the old fashioned way and actually give us a call, again, it's 929-566-3919. All right. Well, we're going to sign off. You've been a great group. We have a small group tonight, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. We will see you. We'll see you next time. All right, guys. All the best.